two new price action features that I added to the ebb and flow indicator a while back, when the ebb and flow indicator became the price action indicator. I just wanted to go over some more ways that I like to use the boner candle feature and the wicks feature. Should I change the name of the boner candles to just be full-bodied candles? Is it just too unprofessional? I don't know. But this is what we're working with for the moment. The full-bodied candles are represented by these pink and light green arrows. The wicks are represented by these white diamonds. I've got this on a delta bars bar type chart. Catching wicks on the delta bars I really like. I've also got the ultimate delta painting the candle colors. I just wanted to give a simple breakdown of how I trade these price action signals. I'll show you the exact settings later on in the video. So here we have the first candle that formed after the New York Open. So if I get a signal, I'm not just hopping into the trade, I'm waiting for confirmation. Here we get a signal to the downside. We've got a full-bodied candle to the downside. We got the pivot point and VWAP right in the way. So in order for me to get into this trade, it's got to break below both of these key levels. Never does. We get a signal to the upside. We got some room up to our next key level, the R1 pivot point. We break above. We make it up about 18 points up to R1. Another signal to the upside. But at this point, we are right up against R1. Before I take this signal, I want it to break above R1. We get a wick signal. Same thing. Want it to break above R1. Never does. We get a down signal. Pretty close to the 20 and the 250 SMA. There's about 5 points in there for a scalp if I was feeling extra saucy that day. However, price does not break lower. No trade triggered. Another signal to the upside. Same thing. Right up against this pivot point. Want to wait for it to break through. Here we break through. If I've got my stop below the entry candle, get a nice push higher. We make it up over 30 points in under 10 minutes. Get another signal to the upside. We still have plenty of room till our next key level. Taking a break above. We make it up another 30 points. Another signal here. Still plenty of room up to R2. Break above. If we got in there, still got about 18 points of action. Here's a down signal. We don't break below. No trade. Up signal. We don't break above this entry candle. No signal. Down signal. We've closed below the R2. We have plenty of room to the 20. Taking a break below. There's another 15 points. This up signal, we're right at the pivot. Want to wait for it to break through. Here we break through and we pop up another 15 points. This down signal, right at R2, we want it to break below. The 20 SMA is getting pretty close. There's really not that many points available in between these key levels to really justify taking the scalp, perhaps. Either way, price does not break below, no trade. Another up signal, pops up about 9 points there. During the trading day, there's always plenty of opportunities, and I do not take all of them. I've got a bunch of different strategies in my playbook, a bunch of different things I'm looking for. I try to have as many things line up as possible. I do some videos like this showing simple breakdowns of these simple ideas because it's easier to share and describe. However, in my actual day-to-day trading, I do not trade just one strategy. I'm looking at a lot of different things, some different time frames, etc. So on this down signal, we are buttoned up right against the pivot. We got the 20 here. I would not want to get into any shorts till we break below both of these key levels. We get a couple of wick signals to the downside. Same thing, waiting for a break of these two levels. Up signal, might not be too enthusiastic after all these down signals. Either way, we do not break higher. No trade. Here we go. Down signal. Close below both of these key levels. Got some stronger delta to the downside coming in. All systems go. I'd be getting out around whole number, which is 12 points away. So with this short, we're right at whole number. To me, whole number is a key level in itself. Gonna want to see a break lower. So this is 1050. I'm usually done trading by 1030. I like to trade only during the higher times of volatility. So there's some examples of how I trade these price action signals. So let me show you the settings. This is a delta bars chart. The MMT delta bars bar type. This is a bar type based completely off of delta. I've got a 300 delta for the trend and a 100 delta for the reversal. This is in bid-ask mode. And with these delta bars, you do not need tick replay enabled to have the bid-ask based candles. So my normal 1 minute settings on the NQ work just fine on this delta bars layout. That's why I chose those period of delta bars. Since we're using 100 and 300 for the delta bars, you can just leave these settings the same. What I've done here with the different levels is I've broken it down into two different options. For the neutral up and level 1 up, I've got a lighter green, and for the level 2 and level 3, I've got lime green. For the neutral down and level 1 down, I've got pink, and for both the level 2 and level 3, I've got red. For the price action indicator, I've got the boner candles set to a girth of 36. For the wicks, I've got the wick size at a 48. So those are the settings. It's basically just using the MMT Ultimate Delta and the MMT price action. How about my go-to 1 minute chart? Same idea. We get a couple signals to the downside, but we got a big old cluster of key levels right here. I want to make sure price breaks below these key levels. We reject at this big cluster of key levels. Here we got a signal to the upside. We got some room to R1. I wait for the breakout. We shoot, we score. Next signal to the upside. We're waiting for a break above R1. So taking a break above this entry candle, good trade. You can see we've got the darker green the whole time, which means there's a lot of positive delta coming through. The delta doesn't start drying up until right near the R2 pivot. If I see delta slowing down as we're approaching a key level after a big move, definitely going to be interested in a possible retracement. So those are some of the ways I like to use the price action signals. I'm sure you could come up with your own strategies that might be even better. Another thing I like to do when I get these full-bodied candles is just imagine the 50% line of the candle. I'll just kind of keep an eye on that. You see we get a retracement right back to the 50% of this body. Nice bounce up. Here we get a retracement back up to about the 50% of this body to the downside. So there's some more ideas for you. I hope you got some good ideas for your own trading. There's links to the MMT line of indicators in the description. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.